Many people will ask me why I use thyroid hormone replacement therapy with my patients. And this is IE medication. So we call thyroid medication thyroid hormone replacement therapy because we are replacing hormones that are no longer being made in proper amounts by your thyroid. Or if you've had a partial or total thyroidectomy, we're replacing hormones that are just flat out not even there at all. The reason why I am in the camp of the majority of the time using thyroid hormone replacement therapy with my patients is because they feel like garbage. And yes, you can go the natural route. And there are many practitioners out there pushing programs and protocols and books and courses of how to heal your Hashimoto's and your hypothyroidism naturally. Do I doubt that they work? No, I do believe that they work. And if someone comes to me and wants to go the natural route, we will absolutely do that. I have been very, very successful with quite a few patients that wanted to do things naturally. They were dedicated and determined, and they set aside the time that it needed to really fix their body. So diving into sleep protocols, getting the Oura ring, make sure you're getting deep, restorative REM sleep, completely changing their diet, head to toe, top to bottom, organic everything, grass-fed, cutting back on the carbs, finding the right diet that works for them, spending the money and investing in proper supplementation, especially that which will treat the nutrient imbalances and that will support the immune system in the case of Hashimoto's. So there are patients that will absolutely do 100% of the work to do things naturally. And even then, there is no guarantee that the natural route will put Hashimoto's into remission and will fix your broken metabolism and your broken thyroid. I can't promise that. So this is going to be a game changer for you. And you can probably hear the excitement in my voice. The latest introduction, the latest member of the family to the Fixxr line is Metabolism Fixxr. And this, oh my God, I formulated this just for all my people out there that need to lose weight, that need help in the weight loss department, that can't lose weight no matter what they do, that feel like they have a slow metabolism, and that might be thinking of trying all those peptides out there, you know, the Beverly Hills soccer mom drug of choice for weight loss peptides. Or even if you're on them already and you're like, man, these are really expensive and I'm still not losing weight, add in Metabolism Fixxr. Here's what I did. I took the power of T2, which increases your basal metabolic rate while you are sitting there watching Netflix. You're burning fat while you're watching Netflix. I combined it with a very unique patented ingredient called Suppressa. Suppressa has multiple clinical trials backing its efficacy in reducing your appetite, decreasing snacking, and providing way more control over your food intake. It is amazing. We also see improved emotional well-being, just decreased food cravings all around, reduced hunger, and weight management. Add on top of that, we have green tea extract, we have purple forest purple tea extract, both of which affect the metabolism in a very positive way without the jitters of normal fat burning supplements out there from the 1980s and 90s, right? The ones that made you feel like you're having a heart attack. You will not have that in any of my supplements, Thyroid Fixxr or Metabolism Fixxr. But Metabolism Fixxr, ooh, yeah, we kicked it up a notch. It is in powder form, so you can drink it through your day. It's going to flavor your water. We got orange crush and refreshing citrus. I love them both. It is going to keep you under control all day long. So you throw a couple scoops in your water bottle in the morning, throw a scoop or two in your water bottle throughout the day. You will have fat burning and appetite control the entire day for what? An eighth of a price of the peptides? Oh my God, you can't go wrong. So grab some Metabolism Fixxr today. Please let me know how you do on it. I am super excited for you. Super excited. The reason why I use thyroid hormone replacement therapy is because when you first come to see me, And many of you who are my patients now will be nodding and saying, yes, you're absolutely right. When you first come to see me, or when you get to that place where you are ready to make the call and ready to work with me, you are in a deep, dark, frustrating place. You have been to countless doctors who have told you you're normal, nothing's wrong. Or maybe you've actually received the diagnosis of hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's and have been slapped on a T4 medication that you've been on for months, if not years, if not decades, that does absolutely nothing. And you're still gaining weight, and you still feel fat and tired and poofy and swollen and frustrated and angry and depressed and just basically at the end of your rope. When you come to see me in that state, the first thing that I want to do is to give you that little glimmer of hope, that light. And if that means we use thyroid hormone replacement therapy on you because I look at your labs and your T4 and your T3 are in the basement, and that's tying into why you feel like garbage, then yes, we are going to use that because that's going to give you a really quick little win, especially when it's the right medication and the right dose for you. That takes skill. Remember, your conventional doc is going to put you on T4. We'll do another podcast on that. Your conventional doc is going to put you on T4. You're going to be on that. And if you are one of the 1 out of 1,000 people that T4 only works for, then congratulations. You probably wouldn't be listening to this. But if you are like most of us, T4 is not going to work on its own. So we have to get the right medication and the right dose. And then we start to give you that little glimmer of hope, and you get your life back, and you start to see that how you feel right now is not how you have to feel forever, that this is not the new norm for the rest of your life. And I use thyroid hormone replacement therapy for my patients because we are replacing hormones that are no longer being made. Let me give you an analogy. Does any of you out there listening, do you know a type 1 diabetic? If so, you will know that that person absolutely needs to take insulin because their pancreas no longer produces the proper amounts of insulin for their body, and insulin is needed by every cell to survive. Very similar to T3. Proper T3 levels are needed for survival. There's a T3 receptor site on every single one of your cells. So T3 is needed to survive, just like insulin. Would you ever tell a type 1 diabetic to do things naturally? Maybe if there was a way, there's really no possible way that I know in the medical literature to cure type 1 diabetes. It is an autoimmune condition very similar to Hashimoto's. And in Hashimoto's, we have the destruction of the thyroid gland. In type 1, we have the destruction of the pancreas that produces insulin. So when our bodies are destroying a gland and organ, we need to give it support because you're no longer going to get whatever that organ or gland produces. You're not going to get that in the right amounts anymore. So with type 1, pancreas, no more insulin, or very, 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 very little. And so little that we still do have to supplement a type 1 diabetic with insulin. In Hashimoto's, destruction of the thyroid gland, that thyroid gland is no longer going to produce proper amounts of T4 and T3. So what are you going to do? You have to replace it. You got to replace it somehow, some way, in order to replace those hormones that are no longer being made, in order to give your cells the hormones that they want. And also, realistically, I'm just going to put it on the table here. Do you really have the time, money, and effort to do it naturally? Some of you might say yes, and we can go that route. If you have patience, if you are catching your symptoms where they are not impacting your entire quality of life, if you maybe are in stage 2 of Hashimoto's, if you're coming to me saying, I was diagnosed with Hashi and I'm just feeling a little bit of fatigue. That's all. I don't put on weight. I got a little bit of brain fog, a little bit of fatigue. We can catch you right now and go the natural route without medication. But again, if you are coming to me, like most of you are, like I just described, and you have gained weight and you can't lose and it keeps coming on no matter what diet you do, no matter how much you exercise, and you're really fatigued and you barely can get out of bed and your hair's falling out and you're anxious and you're depressed and your sleep's not very good and you have low libido, then maybe we should give you a little glimmer of hope. That is why I use thyroid hormone replacement therapy. That is why I use thyroid medication with my patients, the majority of my patients. Some of them we can go the natural route, but you will not see me touting any kind of magic wand, magical program that I can heal you guaranteed without medication. There is no guarantee. Sometimes you need it. Now we can go the natural desiccated route. We can use things like Armor and Nature-Throid. Some people are just more comfortable with those meds over the synthetics like Synthroid, Tirosint, Liothyronine, Cytomel. Either way, we're going to find which combo or which one works for you. And we're going to build a program and protocol around that works for you. But it's very individualized. And I don't want you getting sucked into programs and protocols that promise a natural cure. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. We don't really know until we sit down and look at everything, go over how you feel, look at you as an actual real person, and then compare that with the labs. So I wanted to go over that because many people will ask me, can I do this naturally? The answer is maybe, but you have to be open-minded enough to use thyroid hormone replacement therapy. Don't call it medication, because then you're going to be like, I don't want to be on a medication. I haven't been on a medication my whole life. I want to keep it that way. I don't want to go on a med. Thyroid hormone replacement therapy, because you're replacing hormones that are no longer being properly made by your body. If that is the case, we will go over why, and we will monitor you. And we can certainly try the natural route first if that's what you decide to do. But you better be coming on with a lot of patience, because that natural route takes a while. But we can certainly do that for you. Please share this with people that you know need it, which is pretty much everybody that you know with hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's, and pretty much everyone that you know that is suffering from all of those symptoms that I just went over. So share. Please write a review if you are on. I know the only place for reviews is on Apple, iTunes, whatever you want to call it, Apple Podcasts. So that's where you can write a review. So hopefully, if you're listening to this on Spotify and Google Play, the Thyroid Fix podcast, if you're not listening, Google it, find it, subscribe to it, and then go to iTunes and write me a review. If you write a review and you take a picture and you send it to me, so you can DM me on Instagram at dramiehornaman. At Dr. Amie Hornaman. Insta, it's not my thing. Facebook, you can go to at Amie Hornaman Nutrition. You can send me a screenshot of your review, or you can even email it to, same thing as Insta, dramiehornaman@gmail.com. So Dr. Amie Hornaman @gmail.com. Send me a screenshot and I will send you a special discount code for anything Designs for Health. They're one of my favorite companies, favorite, them and Organifi, two favorite companies. So if you send me a review, I will send you a special discount code for Designs for Health. Okay, take care.